In today's video, we have a very special guest that will share his journey to success in the e-commerce business. He will also share valuable tips on how to scale your business and reach financial independence. So make sure you watch it from beginning to end so you don't miss anything that could benefit your business. All right, so let's jump right into it. So let's welcome Eli Morf. Thank you so much for joining us today, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you, my friend?
Good. I'm very good. Actually, I'm really happy that you're here because I am a fan of your e-commerce story. Could you share with us, with our viewers, about your background, how you got into e-commerce in the first place, and where you are at right now?
So back in 2015, I was born in Baku, Azerbaijan. It's a very small country near Russia, Armenia, Georgia, Ukraine, all that post-Union countries.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid, I used to be a blogger in my home country. I used to pranks, videos on YouTube, and I kind of pushed myself towards the blogging kind of blogging area.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that because my country was so small, the cap that I can achieve something is not too high. And when I looked to the United States, I saw, listen, if I want to do big things, if I want to become really famous in the blogging, I have to move to the United States because this is the area where every major blogger was born. So I decided when I was 19, move to the United States. It was 2015. It was right before Christmas, and kind of started writing. My English was completely zero. I couldn't talk in English at all, so I had to learn it towards the years that I was living in the United States. As you can see, my English still is not perfect.
No, it's very good. It's better than mine. It's very good.
Thank you. I think it's all immigrant problems, the English and adapting to a new language is really hard. But with the time, it gets easier and easier. And blogging didn't work out, as you can see. I stopped being a blogger. I stopped doing some kind of social experience because they didn't bring a lot of money. And I need a lot of money because, listen, I moved to New York City. It's one of the most expensive cities in the world. You have to make money to survive here. Meanwhile, I was just bussing the tables. I was a bus boy, then I moved to being a waiter. And eventually I started doing food deliveries in the city, in Manhattan. I was literally Googling how I can make extra money, how can I make more money. And I found out, maybe because I was Googling, now I was in the search for ads about the e-commerce, somebody targeting the people who want to make money online. And I just stumbled upon the advertisement of somebody who was talking about Amazon FBA as a business model, and it was explaining what is e-commerce is. At that point, it was something completely new for me, so I didn't know what to expect from it. So for the next 6 to 8 months, while I was delivering food, I was just listening to what is e-commerce and what does it represent. What is eBay? What is Amazon? What is Shopify? Everything.
Mm-hmm.
And my first business model was actually Amazon FBA. I completely ruined it because there's a lot of people.
What do you mean?
There is a students of mine. They have the same mistake that I had back in the days. Everybody who started e-commerce from scratch, didn't know anything about it, it was just something new for them. All we want to do is put so much money towards one product or two products, and we think that we're going to make a lot of money out of it. And that's a big misconception about it, because you are having so much risk if this one product is not going to work.
Yeah.
So back in the days, when I was making my product research, I found out there was a really high product, a posture corrector. When you put it on your bag and it's straight up your...
Oh, I know those, yeah. I've seen those ads.
Yeah, it was super, super, super famous at that point. It was 2018 and starting 2019. I contacted the manufacturer, and manufacturer told me the price was, I think, around $7 per one piece. And then the same manufacturer texted me that, but if you're going to buy 3,000 pieces of them, it's going to be $4. I'm like, wait a second, I can save so much, 40% almost of the product cost if I don't buy so much. Seems like a good idea for me. And I just bought so many of them. Didn't even know that I would sell them or not. I just was expecting them to be sold,
Yeah.
But when I listed them on Amazon, I sent them, I ranked my product. The moment that I got to the first page, my competitor just destroyed me. All the returns, bad reviews and feedbacks just completely shut down my listing. I had 2,000 items still be on Amazon at the warehouse, and my listing was done.
Oh, so my God.
put those products from, like, take the product from Amazon, I kind of cut my losses at that point.
And what did you do with the products?
Eventually, I sold them on Shopify. I created like one product store on Shopify and just break even them.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, just wanted to just get my money back at least.
Yeah.
That's what I did with that product. But actually, I even sold some of them on eBay when I was creating my second e-commerce business.
Oh, wow.
So when I failed with that Amazon FBA, all I had to do is to learn, okay, if I didn't push myself from e-commerce, my ideology was if somebody can do it and they do it good, that means like I can do it too. It's just I don't know the answer, how to do it properly. So I was starting learning about what kind of business models is out there aside FBA on Amazon. And this is, I think, the moment when I found one of the Nahar's video on YouTube. He was explaining how to sell products from Walmart on eBay and do drop shipping through the Zig Analytics. The idea was so simple for me. You just buy the product from one marketplace, you just write down the different address of the customer that you sold on the different marketplace, and that's it. You just cut the profit. At that point, what was beneficial for me personally, because I had a company who were already doing e-commerce on Amazon, I could apply for tax exemption on Walmart.com.
Oh, on Walmart. So,
so it took me a lot of money as a profit margin, because when you drop ship products, you buy from one marketplace, you sell another, you are paying the sales taxes on both marketplaces, right? Your customers pay on eBay, and you pay on a Walmart or Amazon or other marketplaces you're buying from. So it was really game changer for me, because like that 7, 8, 10% sales taxes was really good profit margin to my store, and I kind of could compete better with other dropshippers on eBay at that point. I pushed myself towards the dropshipping, and it went pretty big. I was making around 100K a month on eBay.
Wow.
Just dropshipping from Walmart.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And for how long did you dropship on eBay?
Around 1 year.
1 year?
I was the whole year. It was a lot of problems going back and forward with the eBay customer support, especially when you dropship, but we fixed all the issues with them. We managed to completely secure our store. And I remember at some point I was thinking like what I can do better. How can I have more control towards like my e-commerce business? Because there's like a constant process, dropshipping process that you can start right away. You don't need a lot of money. You can risk a lot. You don't risk a lot because there's a lot of risk not involved within the dropshipping. You don't do logistics. You don't do marketing. You don't kind of control your stock level, because all of those things are controlled by other people, like the other businesses or established brands. So it's really good for you to start and learn about e-commerce. But the cons is that you, at the same time, you are not in control of all those things, because you are not doing them. And that's the biggest problem that I thought that dropshipping has. And I wanted to have more control over my business. And how I would start switching it was really funny. It was actually really random. I was in the Costco just buying stuff for like my groceries, and I saw like one inflated mattress. It was on sale in Costco. It was like maybe $30. I don't remember how much it was exactly, but it was like $30, $35 at that point. I scanned it with the eBay application, and I saw that the mattress is selling like for about $100, and it had like a 200 sale. Yeah. Imagine what? All I did, and the same day, I went and bought. I got the U-Haul truck, 26-foot truck, and I bought all the mattresses that I had in the and I went to the different Costco's near the state, like in New Jersey, in the Connecticut area, because I was living in.
You did like a road trip, right?
Yeah, and I bought like so many of them, man. Maybe I bought like 500 of them.
Oh my gosh!
I listed them. I started selling them. I was selling them like 5-6 pieces a day, and this is the moment when I realized, listen, you can make even more money on e-commerce, and your profit can be like 40-50%. If you kind of start doing like semi-drop shipping. And I start looking for the products on the different retails, like a Walmart, like physically, in Walmart, Costco, Target, buying those in bulk and sell them on eBay.
Oh, nice.
And eventually that kind of business model completely flipped from the drop shipping to actually shipping products from different manufacturers.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next step was for me, listen, maybe I can sell something on my own. Maybe I can buy something and sell them directly to my customer without looking for deals out there. It's kind of still, like kind of risky business model. You have to always be around to looking where you can buy some stuff in bulk and where you're not. So you cannot sustain a lot of products. You always change new products. You buy new products. Some products are not existing anymore. So your listings with 1,000, 2,000 sales are just sitting there without, pushing you any more views because you can acquire that product. I started using Zik Analytics to kind of check the competitors, what kind of sales, what kind of products we sell, and how good we're selling certain products.
Yeah.
I remember one day I stumbled upon the seller on eBay who was selling tools, just like random tools, like different tools, screwdrivers, etc. And I checked his store with Zik Analytics, and I saw the particular screwdriver. It was just a regular plain screwdriver that he was selling really well, like maybe like a couple thousand a month.
What?
And I was like, what? And he was selling like for $10 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I checked his manufacturer. Like I went to Alibaba. I was looking like how much this screwdriver can cost and what's the profit there. And that screwdriver costs like less than $1.
Oh my
God! You
God!
buy like in like 100 pieces at once.
So huge profit margin.
Yeah, it's a huge. It's like around maybe 80% after all expense, 70% after all expenses. So what I did, I started buying those products, like not branded, regular products with like just generic products.
Yeah.
From manufacturer, and start listing them on my eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And I started getting a lot of sales. And I realized, listen, this is very good. This is a really good business model. Why not to kind of push it? That's how I created my first general store on eBay and making a pretty good amount of money at that point. And then I realized I want to go even deeper and kind of become more competitive and more hard to copy paste business model. I started learning like what I can implement to my business. At that point, I was actually start selling generic jewelry too.
Yeah. The
same thing like with eBay, like I was researching my competitors with Zik Analytics. I was buying the same products, like exactly the same copy of it. I was selling them, and it was giving me a pretty good amount of money. But I wanted to step up in my game. I wanted to do something that not a lot of people can do. And I bought the laser engraving machine.
Oh,
and I started engraving on jewelry. I started making customized jewelry for my customers. And where the game completely switched, because I now can offer engraving. I can engrave so many different things, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of start doing so many different products that I can engrave on. So I was creating different stores, and I start doing multi-channel selling. I not only start selling on eBay, I start selling on Amazon, I start selling on Etsy, then I start creating my websites and start selling on websites as well. So basically, when I was launching one product, I was launching it to like 4-5 different marketplaces. So I kind of leveraging all like traffic that bring me from different marketplaces, and double, triple, sometimes quadruple my revenue just because of this like business model.
Wow.
The same one that I'm using right now, and I'm really in love with. And what's the funny fact is how my second business was born, which is 3PL Fulfillment Center, is because we were selling on so many marketplaces. It was one of the biggest problems that we had. It was controlling the stock level. We have one product, we sell on 4 marketplaces, and everybody is buying it, and you sometimes sell products that was already sold out. So you sold like 10 pieces, but you only had 2, and we had to fix the issue. And I was like around back and forward, like looking for applications like soft that can control the stock level and at the same time push the product to different marketplaces and at different sales channels. It took me maybe a year or so, and I spent around $200,000 just to fully develop the system that I can use and sell on 4 or 5 different marketplaces at the same time and not.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and when I did it, we did it so well, and I asked myself, listen, why not we can offer it for other people? Like this is really, we already built the whole new system that can help and fix problem of the people. Like if somebody's selling on two marketplaces, or even we sell on one, but we don't want to ship products to the sell, we can connect their store to our software as the way we connected 5 our stores to one store software, and manage it from one application. And whenever we get a sale, we can ship the items for them because we're doing the same thing for us. It's like basically we created like our stores as a customers of our like warehouse business.
Yeah.
And whenever the sales came from the stores, we was shipping them. So we was controlling the whole fulfillment process.
Okay, we have to leave the link to the software in the description here for everyone to see and check it out.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, man. And how can I ask you how much revenue are you making right now with all the businesses?
Are you talking about like warehouse 3PL fulfillment center, or like the e-commerce, just like e-commerce?
Everything.
On top of my head, like e-commerce this year, projected revenue is going to be around $3 million. The problem is that we actually went down because, the time is really bad right now. The consumer behavior are going lower and lower. And people, it's not like it was 2020 when the COVID become a thing and online sales went to the roof. Like we made over $5.5 million in revenue on the COVID.
Okay, and that's insane, from delivering food to where you are right now. Man, you are amazing. You're an inspiration for all of us.
Thanks, man. I wouldn't. The thing is, why I don't think the same way that like I don't think about myself that I did something, I achieved something like really big, is that I kind of train my mind not to be excited about anything in my life, because when you are excited or when you are actually like praise yourself towards your goal, what's happening is your mind become comfortable with what you do. And because it becomes comfortable with what you do, you become comfortable with your life. And you kind of stop pushing yourself towards your limits. It's like, okay, I'm making money right now. It's good money. I'm okay. I can pay my bills. And why I have to work hard to do achieve more? And that's when I think this stops that evolving process of you. So this is the same reason that when I start doing 3PL, by the way, the $3 million that we're going to make this year is only e-commerce. Because 3PL is around $1.2 million in revenue. So combined is going to be like 4.3, 4.5 if everything will be all right and nothing like major going to happen within the economy. And that was what I like about 3PL. It's a very complicated business model. Like not a lot of people can start at doing it because it involves so much money upfront. It involves so much learning. And I can say maybe 6-7 companies in the United States who does that and does it really well. Because, like it's such a complicated business model. And scalability is like crazy. I know the guy who is in Long Island City. In Long Island. He started his 3PL business a couple of years ago. He makes right now over $15 million a month on 3PL, just because he has like 15 warehouses in one area and he just fulfills the products. And fixing the warehousing problem for a lot of other e-commerce businesses. And the good thing about 3PL, because e-commerce is raising, and everybody's going to start doing more and more e-commerce because this is a new thing, it's a new way of doing retail. All of the businesses that support and serving e-commerce will be raising with them. So basically, the more e-commerce will become as a thing, the more 3PLs, like repackaging businesses, the warehousing business will go up and too, because they are serving this business model.
Definitely.
And one of the reasons why I want to push 3PL for the next couple of years.
So now that we know where you are right now, which is in a very amazing place, where do you want to go? Like, what are your plans, your goals, like ahead in the future?
So remember that I told you about when I used to be back in my home country, I used to be a blogger. That's desire to become influential, transform into something new. Like, listen, I moved to the United States in 2015. I didn't know anything about the business. I just trained myself, switched my mindset, completely pushed myself to thinking about the life and everything around me differently so I could be more productive and changing my mindset for success. If the immigrant without English could did that, that means like a lot of people can do it too. I always say that to the people like who I talk to, or like people come to me and they ask me like for advice how we can start on e-commerce, or what we should do, or how we can just become business owner. All I tell them is so funny how when you actually get any kind of success, you realize everything is within your actual mind. Like how you think about things, how you treat yourself, how you let yourself express certain emotions towards the business or the life lets you to become successful. So back in the days when I used to be working for someone else, I didn't realize how bad worker I was until I started hiring people and seeing the same characteristic parts in them that I had in myself. And if I knew that like for example, my boss wanted me to do something that I'm not paid for and then promote me, that it would completely switch my mindset around that. You know, like when you are realizing that you don't want to give people extra money just because they want it, but you won't give them money because they deserve it, because they push themselves and will do extra for your business, for you, that we are not paid for, and then they become we deserve now that raise. The same thing comes with the business, with the money. If you think about the business, being a business owner, you do something that you are not receiving anything in return for many like months and years, and then eventually you become worth of that money, and business gives you money back. You hold the like minds of, but people, all of us, honestly, I think we are guilty of that. But we usually want something right away because we think we deserve it. But let's be honest, sometimes when we want something, most of the time we're not ready for it because we want something which is it's ahead of us. When we actually have it, we don't want it that bad. Like for example, if you buy a new car, right? After a couple of months, it's just a regular car for you. But back in the days, dreaming about that car, you wasn't ready for it. So I just want to share my story. I just want to share my life. I just want to share how I was able to train my brain to be who I am right now. And again, if the 19-year-old immigrant who moved to this country with zero English, with zero money, actually $500 in my pocket, could do all of this, that means everybody can. Everybody can.
Definitely.
You know, next chapter is to promote my own brand, to promote my personal brand. As you can see, Morf is my personal brand. I wanna push my YouTube to. I wanna become a business speaker. I wanna talk about problems of the immigrants in the United States. I want to talk about problems of entrepreneurs around the world. I want to talk about mindset evolving, and be one of the most important things. The thing that I say, the thing that I tell people, I want it to be valuable, so they would be able to. Even a subscription, even if you're a new subscriber on the YouTube channel or a new follower. You know, like they subscribe, they give you their attention in exchange of your information that you give to them. And that information is to be valuable. So basically, my next goal is to train myself to become better at the speaking, being better at the English as well, because, you know, like I'm still learning English. I'm still evolving myself to becoming a better speaker and helping other people just to become better. Helping other people to show them the perspective that even if you have a like bad thing in your life right now, sometimes in a year or two, it can be completely different. I want to share like one part of my life when I used to do a delivery in the city. I had a really like bad moment when I didn't have anything. I lost a lot of money. My 2 bikes was stolen from me. I couldn't even buy a new bike to go and make deliveries. For the next like 25 days, I used to deliver on the foot, just running around the stores in the city, making some kind of money so I could invest that money and buy a new bike for myself. At that point, I remember when the day when my bike was stolen from me, I was sitting at home. I was thinking like, this is it. Like, you know, what else can be wrong? Like this is the bottom. I don't have money. I don't have anything. I don't have availability to make money right now the way I made like a couple of days before. And I thought like nothing good gonna happen for me. And think about how everything can change within a year, because it's the same year that I started e-commerce. Same year, exactly the same year.
Wow.
Switched whole my life around. And sometimes you just one decision from making money, be independent, and be financially successful. Just one. You don't have to be right 100 times. Just have to be right one time out of 1,000. That's when you tried, you lost, but that one time is change your life and you become the man, the person who you want to become.
My friend, it can't get any more inspiring than this. Seriously, I know that our viewers are getting a lot of value from this, and most importantly, this fire, that the same thing can and will happen to them if they put the effort into it. And I just want to say that as well, we're going to put all the links to Ellie Morf's social media, everything down here in the description. And Ellie, I want to thank you so much for coming here and sharing all this information, everything that you just shared, which is in the end very beautiful and empowering. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you again here soon, and let's get in touch. But before we go, is there anything else that you would like to share?
I want to say thanks to Nahar, by the way. If a lot of people don't know, Nahar, he's a founder of Zik Analytics. Yeah. And back in the days, how I want to share the story how I met Nahar. If you're okay with that.
Yes, of course.
So I used to do it. I used to do it TikToks and teaching people how to sell how to sell products on eBay. Yeah. And I made certain videos, and one of the videos went super viral. It was maybe 7.5 million views, where I was showing Zik Analytics and how to properly make product research.
Yeah.
Is when Nahar contacted me about hey man, listen, your video is amazing, and I want us to kind of partner with each other. Why not? You can out of nowhere, because the videos already was famous. He didn't have to do it. Out of nowhere, he just sent to me, listen, this is your referral link. Just pass the link to the people who are going to ask about software, and I will share the profit with you. And he's not supposed to do that. He just would live alone, and he wouldn't share that money with me, or he just wanted to help me as a as aspiring e-commerce blogger to become become better at what we do, and kind of financially in that sense support me, which I really appreciate that. His ideology to fix problems and help e-commerce entrepreneurs, that means he's going to be pushing his application to become better in helping.
Yeah. Which we are in the process, by the way. Spoilers. This year is going to be a big year. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know, should I spoil it or not? I think he was sharing some kind of things.
No, you can't spoil right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
But totally, and I agree. I mean, Nahar, he's my guru. I've learned everything from him, and one of the things I really admire Nahar is his heart. He has, it feels like the reason that he wakes up in the morning is to help people, to be successful in their business. It's very beautiful to see that. And for me, it totally makes sense. I didn't know this story, but that's so Nahar. That's so something that he would do. So I appreciate that as well.
So I wanna kind of get to the point that I want to give something back to the Zik Analytics community, to the Nahar itself. So I think if anyone who's using Zik Analytics right now for dropshipping, and in the future, like me, who want to push themselves to sell products and actually buying products from manufacturer and ship them on to their customers through the eBay, and they don't want to ship them themselves, they can come to us. They can hire us as their fulfillment center, like 3PL fulfillment center that I mentioned before. And I will give you really good discount for people who came from Zik Analytics.
Wow.
So if we're going to come and say, we saw the video on YouTube with Zik Analytics, or we was referred from Zik Analytics, I will give them a good discount just because we come from you guys.
Oh my God, you hear that, Zik community? Did you hear that? Amazing. Oh my God, thank you so much, Ali. You are the man.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you for having this interview with me.
Yes, for sure, man. For sure.
It was nice talking to you.
Likewise. Thank you so much. All right, so tell us who you want us to interview next by commenting below. Keep moving forward and see you next time.